I have never played a single Tropico game. There, got that out of the way. So my knowledge on the Tropico franchise is extremely limited. So when I jumped into Tropico VR to see what it had to offer, I had absolutely no idea what to expect, which is good in a way because I get to experience it for the first time and look at the game and the franchise as a whole, I guess, from complete brand new perspective of someone who doesn't know what the hell is going on. This video is going to be slightly different to my other videos. I'm going to summarize my experience and tell you about Tropico VR. I'll be showing some B-roll whilst I talk about certain elements and certain features. I'm then going to show you edited footage of me playing the first mission, if that's what they're called, from the campaign, and then I'm going to give you my overall thoughts and conclusions. So, what is Tropico VR? Tropico VR is essentially Tropico 4 made into VR. The VR version comes with everything that the game has, including the expansion pack Modern Times. I didn't actually know what this was when I first started playing it. You're at the main menu and it says Modern Times. It's like, what's this? But apparently it's an expansion that was for Tropico 4. So you get that in the VR version as well. So you get the campaign, you get extra missions, you get the full expansion of Modern Times, and you get a sandbox mode. So let me talk you through these things. Oh, and obviously a tutorial. The tutorials set aside a couple of hours. They're long and they're quite in depth, especially if you're new and you're trying to take everything on board. So you got tutorials that teach you the base mechanics of the game. So it will teach you about making money, politics, because that's a huge thing in this game, from what I understand. Importing and exporting, edicts as well. So all these different things that help you actually play the game, which are huge fundamentals of this game. The tutorial goes through all of those. But Tropico isn't like your standard city building game, like Sim City or City Skyline. It's not a game whereby you just build roads, you set out zones of commercial, residential, and industrial. It's not like that. You're literally placing individual buildings. I want a farm here. This farm is going to do corn. This farm over here is going to do tobacco. I need to hire workers for these farms. You're literally placing individual buildings. You can rotate them. It's super cool, literally being able to place these different buildings, change what the building looks like by cycling through its different variations. Very cool stuff. The road mechanic is cool. You literally, if you've ever dabbled in art programs where with the pen tool, where you click a point, an anchor point, you do another point and you can make a curve and you can adjust the anchor points and the handles. The road system works sort of like that, whereby you'll click and drag out and you can literally sort of draw a road, but it will make these anchor points that you can then later just grab that anchor point and move it around, and the road will curve based on where you have those key points. So that is very cool. It takes a bit of getting used to, but it's very cool. So the tutorial takes you through how to do all of these things. Well, I say it takes you through how to do all of these things. It basically throws you, go do this. And there's information on how to do it, but then you sort of still got to figure out how to do it. When it's telling you, open up your almanac, for example, which is your book of detailed information of income, finances, political stuff, things like that. And then it disappears and the next tutorial thing pops up. It's like, hang on, but you wanted me to open it so I could look at it, and you've now just taken it away.
The almanac is your best friend. It contains all the information you'll ever need. Politics in Tropico.
It's like counterintuitive. It's like, but I want to look at what you just told me to look at. But like I was saying, Tropico isn't like your city building games. It's more like your theme hospitals, your dungeon keeper games. I'm old school, so I'm referencing older games. But games whereby, yes, you're building things. Roller Coaster Tycoon, for example. You're building individual structures, and you've got objectives to do in that mission. So, you must export so many fish, for example.
How's it hanging, Presidente? Now that you have your very own island, how about a friendly wager?
Or you must have so many people come to your island. Things like that. You've got these different objectives that you must achieve, and whilst you're doing that, you're building your city. So that's my understanding of what Tropico is. It's not your stereotypical city building game. It's more that sort of game. I don't know how to I don't know what those types of games are classed as, but theme management, island building games. Yeah. So once you get out of the tutorials, jump straight into the campaign, because the campaign will continue to teach you and hold your hand as you continue to learn the game.
Welcome, Presidente. It is me, Penultimo, your most trustworthy advisor.
But once, you start getting used to things, if you want to, yeah, you got the extra missions and the expansion of modern times, but you've also got the sandbox, and the sandbox is literally, boom, here you are, have fun. There is a huge amount of islands to choose from, or you can create your own with a few sliders of like elevations, vegetation, size, and things like that. You hit the generate button, it will generate the new image for you, showing you sort of what your island's going to look like. And then off you go, have fun in sandbox mode, where you can just keep playing. Graphically, the game is pretty decent. To start off with, I was like, "Ooh, this looks amazing." But then as I was playing it, I started actually noticing issues. To my knowledge, this is a Quest 2 version. If you're playing it on Quest 3, there are no enhancements for this. I did notice some graphical issues. One major one, and I'm not entirely sure what this was all about, but you might be looking at a building, for example, and then all of a sudden, like, it goes blurry. Like literally the resolution of the game has just dropped. And then it'll come back up and it'll be all focus, and then it'll drop again and go blurry. It's like the game is struggling to keep maybe a certain frame rate, so it's adaptively changing the resolution. That's how it comes across. I don't know if that is the case. Again, that is pure speculation, but that is something that I noticed. I'm running on a Quest 3, why is that happening? LOD, level of detail, dropping in and out, things are popping when you're quite close to them as well. I'm not hugely criticizing, I'm just pointing out to you guys, things that are happening in the game, so you are as informed as possible before you spend your money on picking up certain games. So if those sorts of things bug you, be aware of that. But what I loved about this was that the people walking around, fully fledged 3D models, yeah, sure, not, high fidelity, wow models, but they're walking around, they're models, somewhat low quality textures, but it's very, very cool to see as opposed to very, very simple models or like flat 2D sprites. The game's got beautiful skyboxes, literally like photorealistic skyboxes. They're not really animated on the level of like the clouds move or anything like that, but during the day-night cycle, you do get it changing to sunsets and sunrises and those things, and they look absolutely stunning. Water, on the other hand, there's an issue with the water, whereby it's rendering differently in both of your eyes. So if you're looking at the water going, that looks weird, that's messing with my head, that's why. If you close one eye, you'll see one image of the water, close the other eye, and you'll see a different one, and it's being layered on top, and it's given a flickery, shimmery, weird effect. Feral, please fix that. Please fix that ASAP, because that is enough to not want to look at the water and just close the game. Controls are somewhat intuitive. You push forwards on the stick to move forwards and backwards, pan left and right, turn, and elevate yourself up and down. You have options for smooth locomotion, smooth turning, as well as snap turning and teleportation, which is fantastic. The options in the game, there's a huge list of options on things that you can change. And whilst you're in the game, if you don't want to have to go into the options to change anything, if you want to swap between smooth locomotion and smooth turning to the snap or teleportation versions, literally push the left stick in, so you just click that in, and you'll change to, I think it's teleportation movement, and then push the right stick in to change to snap turning, and then obviously do that again to go back to the smooth variance of that locomotion. The UI, it's good, but it's also faulty in some regards. I know that all of this seems like I'm coming over and being extremely critical about this game. I thoroughly enjoyed playing this game, so please bear that in mind. I'm not just like bombarding you with loads of negatives. I really, really did enjoy the game. So the UI, when you get messages popping up, you'd think they'd pop up right in front of you, but they don't. Sometimes they pop up to the left, and then sometimes they pop up to the right, and you're always moving around trying to find where the message is. Thankfully you can grab them and move them, but they were just randomly popping up in different locations. Don't know why. You got loads of menus within menus, which is fine, but one thing that, this has probably always been a Tropico thing, so they've just stuck to it, but me jumping in for the first time, especially in VR, you want things to be streamlined and to make sense. And for example, building something, you've got 3 panels essentially when you're looking at what building to pick to build. So on the right hand side, you've got a list of all the different categories. On the left hand side, you're inside the category, so you've got like farm, all those subcategories of what actual building to select. And then in the middle, you've got what's recommended, what the game is recommending, or what your council people or whatever are recommending that you build. But then underneath that, you've got information on what building you've actually got selected. The recommended buildings have a stamp, a star stamp on it. You can see that stamp in the category section, so you know, okay, there's something in that category that it's recommended that I build, and then on the building itself. You don't need it to be front and center, we recommend you build this building. You don't need that. In my opinion, how it should be is, yes, your categories, yes, your buildings on the left, you select your building, you then see information on that building in the center. And if there are different types, like either what it looks like or different variations of, like for the farms, for example, corn, tobacco, things like that, you have the option here then of selecting what type of building you want to build from that farm, for example. Or for roads, select the roads. I want to build a dirt road. I want to build a tarmac road. That sort of customization. Then you can just simply click it, build it. That's how I would do it, but I'm not a designer. Well, I am a designer, but not in the games industry. But that's how I would do it. So it was very confusing to start off with, jumping in going, I'm going to select a farm. Why is that not changing? Why is this saying shack, for example, or fisherman's wharf? It was very confusing. One other weird thing about this game, when you load it up for the first time, you've got your black screen, you've got your splash logos and stuff like that coming up. It will then throw you, it did for me anyway on the Quest 3, it will throw you back into pass-through, so mixed reality. The menu will be floating there, but you'll be able to see everything, which I found weird. It's like, okay, fair enough, but you've just thrown me into darkness with your splash screens. Now you're pulling me back into real world with a floating menu. And then when you play the game, it throws you just back into VR. But then when it's doing quick saves, it doesn't just, a little menu pop up whilst you're in the game saying saving. It will throw you back to the menu, you back in reality, and then it throws you back into VR. It's very weird. It's very jarring as well, because you don't know it's going to happen. All of a sudden you're back in your room with your menu floating there because it's doing a quick save, and then it's throwing you back. It's like, what just happened? Just get away with the whole pass-through mixed reality thing. It's not needed. It's not a game that has mixed reality, to my understanding. So yeah, just immerse us in the world of Tropico. Just throw us into a virtual environment with the menu, be done with it. Don't faff with pass-through, it's not needed. Not in this game. All right, let's talk about some positives, shall we? The game itself is one of those games where you can really sink your teeth into it. Literally, I sat down, I didn't want to do a huge recording, and hours passed because I honestly did not think that long had passed, and I was just doing the tutorials. I had to record, the footage that you're seeing is across like 3 days of me sitting down and jumping back into the game to continue playing it, because I'd only just finished the tutorial. I wanted to jump into the campaign, I wanted to have a look at the sandbox, at the extra missions and the modern times. And the time just flew by because I was learning, I was enjoying myself. It was a fantastic time. It was a new experience for me with never playing a Tropico game before. Things are voice-overed, so when you're learning, the first section of what's being told to you is voice-overed, then you've got to read the rest.
Hola, Presidente! It is me, Generalissimo Santana, your mentor and role model.
The actual missions and tutorial bits before you jump into the game are fully voice-overed.
My first goal is to learn how to navigate around my island, how to examine buildings and citizens, and how to order new constructions.
You've got radio messages that pop up when you're playing the game. Again, those are fully voice-overed, so you get this. You get the characters coming through and the different personalities. There's a huge amount of building types, and I barely scratched the surface when it came to this game. And even in my early hours, I say early hours, 4 or 5 hours into playing the game, I'm still extremely new to it all, but there was so much more to experience. If you like these types of games, or you've played previous Tropico games but you want to play it in VR, you're going to sink so many hours into this game. It's one of those games that you just keep coming back to time and time again. It's not going to be one of those games where you jump in and like 2 hours later you completed it and you, oh, there you go. There goes my money. Don't really want to play it again because I've finished it, no replayability. This game, loads of replayability. You're not going to complete it anytime soon. It's one of those games that you can really spend a lot of time in. So I've waffled on enough about that. I'm going to show you some footage now of me playing the campaign, so enjoy that, and then I'll jump back and give you some final thoughts on this game.
What a hellhole! But at least it's my hellhole. St. Clara is the typical Caribbean island. Beautiful on the outside, poverty-stricken on the inside.
So you've got different preset avatars with different backgrounds and abilities. Well, I say abilities, different like perks and negatives, traits. Wow, okay. And then custom avatar. Let's have a look at custom. You can actually change what you look like, so you can be male or female, change your costumes. Yes, James Bond. James Bond. So it's not only is it changing your complexion, it's also changing your face as well. You can set your name. Good, the keyboard comes up. We'll stick with El Presidente. Background, oh my God. Biblical Squire, Booze Baron, Born in the Purple, Chief of Police, Developer Farmer, Fortunate One, Secret Agent, yeah. You like your martinis shaken, not stirred. 10% plus 10% respect with all women. Okay, yeah, I'm Secret Agent, why not? Here we are.
Greetings, my friend.
Greetings.
Are you settling well on your new island?
Yeah, not too bad. St. Clara is in a terrible state. You should focus on making that place a little more habitable. Focus on making the people happy and content. Here's my cheat sheet. It will help you set up the basics on your island. Use it wisely. Food, religion, healthcare, homes, fun. Okay.
Welcome, Presidente. It is me, Penultimo, your most trustworthy advisor.
I have to ask you, Presidente, why are we here? This place is a total dump. There's not even a farm to provide food for the locals. You should remedy that if you insist on staying here. Build at least 2 farms to feed your people. Okay, let's do that. 2 farms. These look like good places for farms. Farms. Food resources. There we go. Farm. Yep. Shove you here. Boom. Another one here. Come on, move. There we go. Build 2 farms. Right. Workers. And there's me. Yes. The name's Presidente. Il Presidente. So it would seem that the campaign, once you've done the tutorials, the campaigns are a good way of continuing to learn the game, because it gives you something to do. El Presidente, where are you going?
What do you want? I'm busy ruling.
No, you're not. You're busy. I don't know what you're busy doing.
All right, I'm going.
Yeah, go back over there. Yeah, so it would seem that the campaign is a good way to continue learning because it gives you tasks, gives you things to focus on. Okay, you're a farmer. You are a farmer. It's already 6 out of 6 workers. Wow. People are like, hell yeah, work. I don't think it's going to be empty for long. There we go.
Well done, Presidente.
Thank you.
The farms are ready and will soon begin growing food for your citizens.
Remember that agricultural products take time to grow. The first crop will be ready in about 6 months.
Presidente, my name is Antonio Lopez, and I lobby on behalf of the capitalist faction.
Feeding the people is great and all that, Presidente, but corn doesn't go for much on the international market. On the other hand, tobacco exports are quite lucrative. Export 500 tobacco. I suggest you build 1 or 2 additional farms and set them to tobacco work mode. Reward 10,000. Okay, sounds reasonable. Let's have my tobacco ones here, and then another one here. Oh, wait, whoops. Okay, I don't want you built. Yeah, it's fine. So, unless there was actually a way of just moving you. So, tobacco. Yeah, over there was not a good place for tobacco. Boom. There we go. Alright, let's speed up. Oh, hello.
Presidente, I am Reverend Esteban, and I speak for the faithful citizens of this island.
Reverend Esteban, pleasure to meet you. You have provided food for our people, but what about food for their souls? We must build a house of God and hire priests so that the faithful can pray. Yeah, this whole water effect needs fixing, because the 2 different render things going on in each eye, and yeah, that's just weird. Okay, both these farms are done as well. So let's have a look at what else I can actually build. I wish these would pop up like actually in front of you. Right, so we've got farms. What's the star for? Is it saying like it's a priority building? Oh yeah, what's that? Recommended building. Ah, okay. So yeah, it's full. That's why. So I can't get any more citizens. So yeah, by pressing the X button, you can change the style of building. Nice. Let's have another one, exactly the same for now. Yeah, a restaurant would be cool. Let's stick the restaurant in the middle here. Stick that there. Let's stick the church over here. I'm probably spending too much money too quickly, but you know what? I don't care. What else? High school. Yeah, I definitely want to build a high school so that I can get educated people. And I'm going to put the high school here.
I see you've run out of money, amigo.
Oh, shit. You should be more careful. Here's 10,000 to pay your debts and have you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, what I wanted to do last is roads. Is that all the money I've got? Okay. Fair enough. Yeah, I built that way too quickly. I know that. Well, I'm getting about. I've gone to see the church, which hasn't been built yet. Oh, financial aid. Thank you, powers that be. Yeah. Look, it's gone out of focus. I don't know why it does that. I can only assume that like maybe the game itself has a built-in, if it recognizes performance has dropped, it will drop the resolution of the game. That is pure speculation. That's the only thing that I can guess that's happening, which is weird. So there's gold around here somewhere. There. So the church has been built. Dong. But obviously I have no workers because I have no educated people that can come work here. So yes, let's hire a priest from abroad. You want me to hire 4 priests? No. You can get 1 priest. Okay, fine. I will hire 4 priests. I'm hiring 4 priests from abroad. I hope you're happy. Ooh, foreign office, free. Yeah, I'll take that. So you recommending police station. I need to start making money before I spend more. So am I actually exporting this tobacco? Next harvest is expected in 2 months' time. Okay. So it's July at the moment. Just got another worker. So I still haven't exported any tobacco.
Buenos días.
Hi, you're a teamster. So you're transporting tobacco, and now you're taking it to the docks. The freight is here. So you've now supplied it. Let's see if this goes up. So 4 priests have now been hired. Fantastic. Yes, 55 tobacco. Cool. So that is working. Good, good, good. Right, I can let that just do its thing and slowly export tobacco. Hello.
How's it hanging, Presidente? Now that you have your very own island, how about a friendly wager?
I'm talking about a fishing competition. I bet you can't export 500 fish. How about it? Sure. So I don't have any fishing people. Fisherman's Wharf. Must be located along the ocean. No shit. Whoa, calm down, calm down. Let's go there. Boom. Now let's get a road going to it. That, but not as close. Come on, you can do it. Let's go there. And then there. Adjust you slightly. There we go. Beautiful. Where's the worst bit of crime? Here. So, build you there. And you know what? Let's have some nice infrastructure and build a road like that. Doesn't matter if it goes through those houses, it's fine, they're little shacks anyway. Oh, hello.
Abajo con el poder.
You're the rebel. You were a builder? So she's educated, intelligence is good, courage is exceptional. Uh-oh. I need to improve things. Job, rebel. So we've got the second building. Household 12 of 12. No, stop that. I just want to click on the building. So you can literally drag out a new building. That's cool. Right, let's have a look at the almanac. Am I actually now making money? Oh, no. No, I am not. I'm used to more traditional city building games. Build residential, build commercial, industrial, that sort of thing. This is going to take me a while to learn, but I'm up for the challenge. A ship has docked, bringing 8 new immigrants to Tropico. Welcome.
Presidente, the population of St. Clara has been increasing steadily. It's time to consider building more food producers.
Marketplaces distribute food produced by farms and wharfs to the homes around them. Okay, so maybe we need to get a marketplace as well. Marketplace. Let's build a marketplace. So that should help. The marketplace can then go get the fish. Is it just fish? Oh no, and the farms. And the farms.
Presidente, we need doctors to improve healthcare on the island.
Yes, we do. Doctors need a college education, but building a college at this time may prove both expensive and time-consuming. Try hiring new doctors from abroad. Foreign workers are expensive as well, but they will arrive in the next ship. I will send you some more money to help you. Oh, thank you. 4 doctors, okay, and a clinic. Well, you know what? The clinic can go here as well. So, health. Industry, welfare. Clinic, there we go. Looks good to me. Right, so this is a good enough look, I think, for what the campaign has to offer. Obviously, this is just a first impressions of this game, so we've looked at the tutorial, we've looked at the campaign, which so far is going well, maybe? So, Tropico VR. You've heard me talk quite a bit about pros and cons, goods, the bads, the uglies. You've seen actual footage or with me playing the game. So let me give you my final thoughts and conclusions. This game is, let's have a look. This game is $29.99, £22.99 or €29.99 euros. It's on the Quest 2, the Quest Pro and the Quest 3. Although, like I said previously, I do not believe this game has a Quest 3 update. So it's running a Quest 2 version. So there's no Quest 3 enhancements to my knowledge. If you're looking for a city building game with a twist, so not your stereotypical residential, commercial, industrial zone sort of city building game, then definitely check this out, I think. It's a game you can sink a lot of hours into, and I think you'll get a lot of enjoyment out of. If you're a fan of the Tropico franchise and you want to experience that in VR, pick it up, because again, it's a game that you love, but in VR. Yes, this game, in my opinion, has issues. There are things that I would want changed, I would want improved. The water shimmering is just headache inducing. The user interface, you know, part of the tutorial when it's telling you to look at stuff and you actually then open it up and then it just vanishes because it's now loaded up the next things like, oh, well done, you found the almanac. Yeah, let me look at it. You're talking about it. Let me look at it as you're telling me stuff. Could be better. UI with navigating stuff could have some tweaks to be a bit more intuitive, but all in all, I thoroughly enjoyed myself playing this game, and yeah, I think you might too. If this game does support it, I'll have down in the comments and in the description a referral link so that you can save yourself up to 25% if you want to pick this game up. Like I said, it is a referral link. I do earn store credit from this. It's like £4, €4, $4, whatever the conversion is. So if you do want to help the channel out, that is a way to do it. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, hit that like button. It tells YouTube and other people that this is a video worth watching. If you haven't already subscribed, please do consider subscribing. I'm on my way to 1,000 subscribers, and it would mean the world to me. So again, consider hitting that subscribe button. If you do, also consider hitting that notification bell and sticking it to all so that you don't miss out on future content. I have a lot of content planned. I've got a list of stuff that I still need to go through and cover, ranging from games and hardware. So if you don't want to miss out on that, again, subscribe, hit that notification bell. But that's going to be it from me. Let me know in the comments below what you think of this video, what you think of Tropico, what you think of Tropico VR. Is this a title that you want to pick up, that you have picked up, or you're just a fan of Tropico in general and you were just curious about what this VR thing is all about? But that's going to be it from me. So as always, stay safe, have fun, and game on.